Hey guys, slightly obnoxious Kiwi here. Today we're going to be looking at an Azazel campaign. For those more astute, you'll realise that this is a campaign I've already started, but after a bunch of feedback I realised that I was kind of recording it wrong, so I'm going to start again from scratch with the new 4.0.2 actually, and they just released another patch for the newest DLC, so let's get straight into it and see how the campaign plays. I know that Throg becomes a big issue normally now, so maybe he'll be an issue for us. We're on Legendary very hard with the 200 threat scale for the in-game scenario, which is on random. I haven't decided on one. Who knows if we'll get there in the series? Probably. Maybe we'll make that the end of the series. Anyway, let's get straight into this.
The damned prince stalks these realms once more.
The damned prince has returned. Sorry. Right, so based on the feedback, I gather that you guys are more interested in kind of the overworld stuff that goes on, and the battles should just be snippets of the cool shit that happens. Whereas I was doing it the opposite way because I thought that would be more interesting, but apparently I was wrong, and that's absolutely fine. I'm here to learn. So let's go and get some cool snippets of shit in the battles. I'll bring you back when we're in a fight. So this is Big Boy Daddy Azazel, the fuckboy of Slaanesh, and I'll show you how he slaps. But yeah, more on Azazel as we carry on with this campaign. Just a quick highlight so you guys can see what he fights like. There's one of his unique animations. Picked him up with the tail and stabbed him. Pretty cool. And these are our Warriors of Chaos. Very healthy units, very tanky. But yeah, welcome to the death of Kislev. I'll bring you back when it gets more interesting. So one of the unique mechanics of the Slaanesh factions is their seduction mechanic. You have a seduction budget, displayed here, with a cap on the cost and a maximum amount of units you can seduce per fight. Lords and heroes can't be seduced, and all units have their own value. And one of the tricks is that rank 9 units cost the same amount as their rank 0 counterparts, so always try and take their higher ranked units. Alright, let's steal these horses, and we'll be able to use them to charge into the enemy and just absorb some of their damage, which would be nice, and then we don't have to take it. Alright, let's get them. So not all Slaanesh units have Devastating Flanker, but all their Cav and their Demonettes do. It's a pretty good ability once you use it. I wouldn't rely on it too much, but it's really good for just really quick damage. It'll break a unit really, really quickly, so that's what you generally use it for. So we're playing early game, so what we'll go for is the tried and true control group, control attack. They all march together and they go and fight. We'll send these guys around the side so we can get some cool charges off. These ones can just run right in and tie them up. Normally you wouldn't do that with your Cav because it's going to get killed, but unless they're a seduced unit, we don't care. Right, the target went invisible, I'm guessing.
So be it.
Speed this up. I can show you guys a cool charge. Rearrange them. Here we go. Run, boys, they're coming. It's your allies. Oh, I love charging. Which one's a bit more effective, but it looks cool. They all stand back up, unfortunately. Hey, that's alright. Can't all win. That's why she's Chaos Knights will rip these guys up. I like the whip units. They're a bit more tanky and melee. Makes them a bit more durable. You can drop some spells on the enemies. Please. There. Awesome. Let's go.
We desire torment.
Here we go. That's gonna be a good one. Over here, Marauders. You guys come over here.
Very well.
Azazel, it's your target.
Chosen of Slaanesh.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys are interested in seeing this campaign and how much of a steamroll it is playing as the Warriors of Chaos these days. It's great fun. It's a really fun, all of them are fun to play. I really enjoy Slaanesh. Slaanesh's magic is very powerful, especially a spell called Slicing Shards, which you guys will see later. We're going to explain the mechanics and how this game works as we go. So at the moment, I'll be quiet and just let you guys enjoy some combat. One-sided combat, but some combat.
Marauders of Slaanesh! Treasure of Slaanesh!
For those of you who haven't played the Warriors of Chaos, or Warhammer for that case, I'll do some quick housekeeping and explain how the settlements work for the Warriors of Chaos. Some settlements will allow you to occupy and vassalize. There will either be a Norscan tribe that is connected to this, and they will become your vassal, and you will take their settlements under your, well, vassalage, and you'll look after them, and they will pay you money each turn and listen to your commands. You can also vassalize other factions if you fight them to their last settlement and then defeat them in battle. The trade-off is that you don't get to occupy the building that they are in because they have to have at least one building available to vassalize. Norscan tribes can pop up in the middle of nowhere though, and you can give them a settlement later. So we'll occupy and vassalize these guys. By doing that, we have vassalized this faction over here. So Snarls encampment is now ours, and we've taken over the Tower of Crack. Now the way that the Warriors of Chaos work is that the Dark Fortress sites, which is this emblem here, is their key building. It's the only building that they can make any real money out of because their entire building tree comes from this. However, their recruitment does not. All these troops that you can see here basically allow them to appear inside what is called the Warband recruitment pool. At the moment we have one Marauder and one Dog unit, and to recruit those we would click on this and you can recruit them anywhere in the world. Every region has a different access point, so you can see we've got the same here, over here, same here. It is the first turn of the game, so I'd be amazed if there's anything more than Marauders everywhere. But every single settlement, every single region has their own recruitment type. So you go around and you'll find all kinds of units all over the place. As I said, turn 1, so there's not much going on here. Turn 1, what we're going to want to build here though is growth and money. These buildings are expensive, but they also make you a lot of money back very quickly. Okay, that is the housekeeping done for the Warriors of Chaos. Capture Dark Fortress sites, give everything else away to your allies as long as they're vassals, so you can still get your commandments. A little bit more housekeeping. This is our Gift of Chaos wheel. It's located right here on the screen. Click on it and you can choose, depending on your faction, a gift from your chosen god and an undivided gift. At the moment we have one Slaanesh gift available to us out of the total of 4, which you unlock through technology, and one undivided gift available to us out of a total of 3 that you unlock through technology. You pay for them using souls, which is this currency up here, which is gathered by putting marks of Slaanesh onto people or events and fighting and taking over settlements. As you saw, I got 500 for vassalizing, for example. We can pick any of these gifts of Slaanesh. You unlock them. The more souls you spend, the more you unlock the ones that are further down the line, and they give you units, they give you abilities. So what we're going to go for in this first one is we're going to get ourselves an Exalted Chariot so that we can use it. And in the undivided gift, we're going to go with Ruinous Bulwark because we want the Shadowstone ability to destroy towers and stuff, walls and settlements, and we want the missile resistance because Slaanesh is quite squishy, although very fast. What we're going to do is we're going to take out the dwarves. We want to get our hands on Krakadrak because it is a fortress city. If we can get our hands onto that Dark Fortress site, then we can make a lot more money early in the game, which is good for us, and hopefully do a little bit of work on making Throg ours, more or less. So let's get this underway. I apologize for this first episode being quite wordy, but I do need to explain a few things for anyone who's watching that is new to the game or, you know, unsure what is going on. It's now turn 3, and what we're going to do is we're going to talk to Throg, and we're going to ask him if he'd like us to join the war against Krakadrak. This is two-sided. One, we will start working on our ability to dominate him with Seductive Influence. Once we get this to 100%, which is a total of 180 Seductive Influence, we can spend 2,000 souls to dominate him and make him our vassal, instead of having to fight him. We'll also take non-aggression with him, because he shouldn't be an issue, and it'd be good to have him not be aggressive, because he is going to get quite powerful, and
Bring death.
It's more seductive influence for us.
Bow to me.
Let's get these stunties and kill them.
Lover. Fighter.
This is our new cavalry unit. It's called a Seeker Chariot, and they have insane push through. Watch this shit. It's gonna be excellent. So satisfying. That's what happens when you put Strider on your chariots. It's ridiculous. Could be one more rear charge. Just hear the whip going as they beat these Dawi into shape. Stunty little shape. That's what shatter them. They're done. Excellent. GG, Dawi. GG. So it's turn 5 now, and we have a big fight ahead of us. Thorgran Cromson has come from Crackerdrak, which is our target at the moment. Trying to beat Throg to get into it. Fingers crossed. Sorry, I forgot his name for a second there. We will be attacking this with this army. We'll be able to win this quite comfortably. We just have to shut down their range units, and then we more or less have it in the bag. Warriors of Chaos don't actually get any. Well, they get some, but they get very few range units. Oh, do we have enough money? Oh, it's unfortunate. We have 2,100 bucks. We'll see if we can get our hands on 300 gold real quick. I managed to get the money required to try and seduce this unit, but I think I won't. If I can kill it, then we'll get more damage done to their balance of power, which is a much better option than just trying to nick it. So let's get in there. I'll try and make this fight as cinematic as possible. If it's not cinematic, then you're not going to see anything. We also have some new units. We have the Demonets of Slaanesh. They are fast-moving, flanking units. They hit a lot of damage really quickly, but they're quite squishy, so you got to get them out of there. They're demons, so they have 20% physical resistance, but if anything has magical attack, they'll get crumped in no time. We also have the new Marauder Horsemen of Slaanesh, which is just like a Marauder Horseman with arrows that do magical damage. They're alright. They do some flanking damage as well. Just want some more cav, just for that speed, so we can crush these Dawi. So they're not going to attack us. They're scared of us. If anything's beautiful and cinematic, I'll bring you guys in. Fingers crossed something cool happens, but we're going to send Azazel to assassinate their lord, get rid of the artillery, and go from there. Some of you who are newer to the Warhammer franchise may be unaware that the only good dwarf is a dead dwarf. So, hopefully this will be the last attack on this guy. A little bit of blood around, as you can see, not mine, clearly. There he goes. Off with his head. Alright, we've started the fight over here, so let's go engage. That missed a really good charge there. I'll see if I can get it to happen again. You knock them far enough down a hill, they die from the fall damage. There we go. Splat. He's not getting up. He's done. Fortunately, due to the micro-heavy nature of that, it wasn't particularly cinematic, so I won't force you to watch it. We basically held them up and ran them over with our cav, tried to prevent these guys from throwing their bombs and these guys from shooting their guns. We did pretty well. We took a fair bit of damage on Azazel. He ended up tanking quite a few miners, but other than that, easy and peasy. Dwarfy squeezy. Alright, we'll occupy this settlement.
I claim dominion.
Grab us up a piece of armor, and I can show you what the boons are. This is the Path of Glory. All Chaos factions have access to this. Chaos, I mean Chaos Warrior. Depending on which god they kind of attribute themselves towards, they can go to, devote themselves to Slaanesh. They will get Slaaneshi specific stuff, such as a mount that is a Mortis engine, and also this ability, Soul Feeder. Basically, whenever you cast a spell, they will heal. But you can either keep them inside shadows, or you can make them a Chaos Sorcerer of Slaanesh. It costs souls to do it. They also have the Boons of Chaos, which are random, 3 random ones that you get, and if you look at them, you'll be able to tell what they are. When you devote to a lore, devote to Slaanesh, they get reshuffled. So if you have achieved all 3 of them and then you devote, you'll lose all 3 of them. So be wary of that. See if these are worth keeping. Sometimes they're really good, sometimes they're rubbish. We'll see what happens. Alright, let's carry on. And that was quite lucky, because I was worried that Throg was going to get here before I did. I went into the Gifts of Chaos and I switched our Slaanesh one over to Endless March. It increases our upkeep, but it also increases our campaign movement range and reduces our reinforcement time. We can remove it now and save some souls, so we don't need it anymore. We managed to make it all the way over to the Dark Fortress, and Throg is right here, so he definitely would have come to at least siege it, probably occupy it. It didn't have an army defending it, so I'm sure he would have won. And we can go ahead and fight this fight and win ourselves a quick and easy battle. Alright, I'll bring you back. If anything cinematic happens, you'll get to see it. If not, I'll bring you back at the end of this and we'll finish up the episode. Let's go. Now, playing as Azazel, or Slaanesh even, you probably already guessed it, our greatest strength is our dicks. Oh, sorry, wrong notes. Our speed. Our speed really, really helps us. We can just run over to this cap, dwarves are slow as fuck, cap it, and we'll win before they even get close. But we'll see. And there we go, we have our second Dark Fortress. And it comes with diamonds, which are useless. So we'll get rid of those, but it does come with diamonds. Now, one army survived, and this is a good time for me to introduce you to Marks of Slaanesh. This is a gift of Slaanesh. Basically, if I defeat them in army, or succeed in a hero action against an army, they get this debuff. Well, buff, debuff. It's good for us because it gives us souls, which are a bit of a struggle, to be completely honest, to get our hands on. So we can get a bunch of souls through this if we have lots of enemy armies or allied armies that have Marks of Slaanesh. It also provides a bit of corruption, reduces their leadership when they're fighting against us, and gives seductive influence to their faction. So if we can see here, if they were a faction that we could seduce, which is humans, high elves, or... what's the last one? Let me check. Maybe, probably just Norskins, I think, might be the last one. Beastmen, sorry. Human, Elven, or Beastman factions, where Throg is technically a human faction. It gives us influence towards them, so we can cap them. So if we have enough of their armies, with this mark, we'll be able to do it very, very quickly. So you can send an agent down and do a bunch of hero actions down here, and take over the Empire if you really, really wanted to. So, we have Crackerjack, we're going to upgrade it, make a bit more money out of this bad boy, make a bit more growth out of it. But yeah, really good start to the campaign. I'm really, really happy with the situation we're in right now. We will switch our local commandment over to corruption, get it nice and corrupted, which will be pretty easy, pretty quick. We're already at 50, it's going up by 13 per turn. Get that to 100, and it'll be completely under control. Azazel got a level out of that. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to successfully kill my Feral Manticore. The reason why Manticores suck is they have this ability here called Rampage. If they take enough damage, you lose control of them. You can't do anything with them, they're a piece of shit. They just run into a unit and get themselves damaged, and then they're useless for the rest of the fight. So we're going to get rid of this guy. He costs 200 gold per turn. Not worth it.
Be gone.
Goodbye.
You bore me.
Yep, I agree. Be gone. You bore me. Right. You guys also be gone. You don't bore me, but this is the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. I stream 6 days a week, so if there's of interest to you, come and have a look. Hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And I'll catch you later. Bye.